What's up, everybody? My name's Trey. This is Ramsey. Welcome back to Better Days Sports and the newest segment when it comes to the podcast. Because if you don't know, we are multifaceted. I know you like that big word, so it is what it is. And on this episode of the podcast, we will be going over Better Days lineups, which is fantasy, sit-em, or start 'em. Because a lot of movement going on. And in this episode specifically, we'll be talking about defenses in the NFL. But Ramsey, go ahead and take us away, my boy.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to your latest edition of the Better Days lineups. And we're going to talk about defenses today, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to go ahead and just start it out right now. My best plays for the week for starting them and sitting them. Got to start with the Lions. Lions, I think, are going to be the best defense, at least projection-wise, from a fantasy perspective this week. They play the Bengals. I hate to laugh like that, but I mean, yeah, they're going to play the Bengals. They're going to play Jake Browning, who can't even get the ball to T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. I don't see that this is going to be a very fun day for him. I see a couple of interceptions, maybe a couple of fumbles, but a lot of points for the Detroit Lions defense. So definitely my top pick of the week is the Lions defense. And coming into number 2, I'm going to put the Vikings.
Okay.
They play the Cleveland Browns, which again, great defense, but their offense, little to be desired. I mean, there are bright spots. Quinshon Judkins has turned into a lead role for that team, and he should not be left off the scouting report by any means, but still, at the end of the day, the Cleveland Browns are the Cleveland Browns. And it's Dylan Gabriel's first game as a quarterback.
That's the big part right there. That's the biggest part of this whole thing right here.
If he's going to be if you're putting him out there against the Vikings defense, I wish you would have prepped that better for the young man, but hey, throw him to the Wolves, why don't you? I just don't see that it's going to be a very productive day for the Cleveland Browns and team. So I'm definitely putting the Vikings at my number 2 spot in terms of defensive powers for this week. Lions and Vikings, you can't go wrong. I think right now for number 3, I'm going to put the Cardinals. Now, I'm going to say this. The Cardinals defense is sneaky good. Like, sneaky good, you know. I know because I've had them on fantasy a couple of times this year. So, you know, they're not the team that you keep, tucked away in the corners. You just got to look and see the matchup. Oh, okay. They play the Titans.
Few takeaways.
Yeah, definitely starting them. Definitely starting them. Couple of Cam Ward interceptions. I mean, and that's no knock against Cam Ward. I think he has the potential to be a great quarterback in the league. But even he said it, and I quote, if we're going to keep it a buck, we ass.
We ass. So, yeah. We terrible.
So if my quarterback says that, all right, I'm just going to chuck it up to the game. Cardinals, they see that, oh, we're about to have a field day. I think the defense is going to be more excited to play than the offense on Sunday when the Cardinals play. So we're going to see how that fares out, but they're definitely my number 3 defense for the week. And I only have a couple of sits for this week in terms of defenses right now for the Patriots. I'm going to say, even though they are a good defense and they could definitely win you a week or two, I'm definitely going to sit them this week because they play Josh Allen. Not the Bills. They play Josh Allen.
Yeah.
He's going to pick the Patriots apart. I don't care how good their defense is, even with Christian Gonzalez, who I think is a great defensive individual. I'm not starting a defense when Josh Allen is the quarterback because they're going to put up points, and a lot of them. So, do not, and I repeat, do not put the Patriots in your starting lineup against Buffalo, or you're going to look up and see that they might even have points. That's happened before where defenses have scored 0.
Yeah.
You will run that risk if you play the Patriots. And also, my last team that I'm going to sit for the week in terms of defenses is the Cowboys. The defense is already weak.
Yeah.
Trayvon Diggs looks like he's lost a step. Their team is battling injuries. Injuries is part of the game. We understand this, right? But at the end of the day, their defense is just not good. It's not good. The Packers put up 40 on them. You know, I cannot trust the Cowboys defense. And they play Justin Fields. Oh, Justin Fields is not – I don't care what you say about Justin Fields. As a fantasy quarterback, he is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
He gave you 30 points against the Dolphins this past week. And he went off for a 42-yard touchdown, and that's your quarterback. And he also threw for over 200 yards. That's your quarterback. He's going to have a field day against the Cowboys. But that rounds out my defensive start and sit for the week for the Better Days lineup. Tell me how you feel. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you think. Tell me what I need to do to help you become who we all need to be.
I'm not gonna lie, this is easily the best list that we've done so far, and it's because I feel like defenses right now are pretty much no-brainers on who you should start and who you should sit. Just in my personal opinion, other people may say differently, but there's some obvious injuries. There's some obvious starting rookie quarterbacks. If you don't agree with this list, I'm not going to say you're wrong. You just might be misguided. Okay? You might be misguided. But we really appreciate you stopping by this episode of the podcast. If you are somebody new, you should make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell to get notified every time I post a video. And leave a comment in the comment section down below of how you feel about this list specifically. Like I said, I think it's damn near perfect, but we would love to see or read your comments down there. And we will see you in the next one. Peace.